Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today I'm going to be making a tier list of what are considered the worst songs from different groups and soloists. I think the categories are pretty self-explanatory. The ones at the top are for the bad songs and the ones at the bottom are the ones I actually like. Without anything else to say, let's get started. We couldn't start with anyone other than BTS. I think their most hated song is Permission to Dance, and I understand why. Dynamite was fine. Butter was already their second English single, and a lot of people didn't like having to listen to a third one fully in English, but personally I like it. Out of their English songs it's my least favorite. I don't usually go out of my way to listen to it, but I think it's a fun song that's easy to play in the background. At the same time it's definitely not one of their best songs, so I'm putting it in the I like it tier. Who would have thought that Jump would take the spot from Ice Cream as the worst song? Jump is not good at all in my opinion. It feels rushed and like it doesn't add anything meaningful to the group's discography, which honestly isn't bad at all. It's just a very basic song. If you play it in a club I'll dance to it, but at home I would choose almost any other song from Blackpink before this one. It feels like a song made just to generate quick money, so for me it goes straight into the garbage tier. I'm not completely sure which one is officially considered the worst, but I think it's More and More, and I will defend this song until the day I leave this world. I love it so much that I even bought the album. I genuinely don't understand what people dislike about it. The only part one can somewhat understand being criticized is the rap because it feels slightly forced into the song. But everything else is perfect. From the visuals to the choreography, it's all so well done. Appreciate More and More. It's a masterpiece. The way I don't even feel guilty putting this in garbage. If you're just boring and don't like having fun, just say that. 𝒉𝒍𝒍𝒐 is a great song. I understand it's a bit weird. I'm not going to deny that, but how can someone listen to this and say it doesn't make them want to get up and dance? I love Red Velvet and I love 𝒉𝒍𝒍𝒐, masterpiece. I'm actually pretty surprised that Hit is considered the least loved. Carrots, if you have any complaints go argue with the article because that's where I got the information that this is their worst song. I personally like Hit. It's not the best song from 17, but it's fun. The article says that 17 take a bold crack at EDM and blaring synths on Hit, and while other attempts have produced exemplary results, Hit unfortunately doesn't stick the landing, and I disagree. I like it. I'm not sure if it would be Side Effects or Ceremony because people have been hating on the newer one a lot lately. Since it's more recent I'll say Ceremony. At first I didn't think this song was nearly as bad as people were making it seem. I actually think it's decent. I don't listen to it that often, but when it came out I gave it a positive review because it follows the same experimental line that Stray Kids are known for. I really don't understand why the hate is so intense. It's not that bad. Well, I actually have a whole video talking about what this song meant for itzy, although I don't remember if I clearly gave my opinion there. When it first came out I really didn't like sneakers at all, and up until that point itzy's discography had felt almost perfect, so it was hard to keep up that level. Now I don't think it's that bad. I even listen to it sometimes. I actually like it. I still remember how everyone hated Girls when it came out. I don't clearly remember what I thought back then, but now I think it's one of the best songs from their early era. My favorite part is the dance break. For me this is a masterpiece. I miss when aespa used to release songs like this. I hope they give us more girls and less rich men type tracks.
I'm a baddie, baddie, pretty little risky baddie. 뭐든 될 대로 되라지, catch me.
Honestly, I don't really know what to think about Baddie. The chorus is addictive to me, but everything else is quite weak. And I don't understand why Starship Entertainment would push a concept like that when they clearly have the power to dominate the elegant concept. But then again, who knows more? A company investing millions in market research, or me? Well, clearly me, because what is this? Itzy is honestly pretty bad. I don't understand why they chose to release it when almost any other track on the album had more potential. This was the comeback where I started disconnecting from lesserafim because of how underwhelming it felt. Thankfully they've released bangers again since then, but at that moment Itzy was garbage. How can you not like it? Now what gets more hate, Senorita, Klaxon, or Good Thing? I chose Senorita because I genuinely don't understand why someone would hate this song. Although I do understand why some people wouldn't like ~ʟᴠᴇ the Klaxon. It's not their best track, so I'll leave it in I like it, but the concept itself is a masterpiece. I really don't like Future Perfect, and it feels like they've been leaning more and more into that sound lately, which I personally can't stand. Hybe, please stop. I don't think this concept suits them at all. How do you have songs like that feeling when in Paradox Invasion on the same album and decide that Pass the Mic should be the title track? Shame on you, Hybe. What is this? Good Boy Gone Bad isn't that bad, honestly. I understand why it has many haters because of the concept, but the song itself is not terrible. It's not their best, but it's not that bad either. When Sheesh came out I thought it wasn't that bad, but seeing the potential that babymonster clearly has, and the fact that for some reason they didn't showcase it properly from the beginning, just for that reason it goes into what is this tier. I don't like this song, not even as a meme. I know a lot of jokes have been made about it and some people ended up liking it, but that's not my case. Straight to garbage. I don't agree. According to some people, Noir was a really bad follow-up after Gashina, because it felt overproduced and wasn't catchy. I personally like this song a lot. It's a bit unusual, so I don't listen to it as much, but Free Sunmi, straight to I like it.
And this has been all. I hope you like it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. It would help me a lot. See ya.